Welcome to Around the Hearth, a Hearthstone podcast brought to you weekly.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 15 of Around the Hearth. I am Evil Squirrel. With me today, we got ZT Dubs.
Howdy.
We got, as of course, Reed Bobson.
Yo!
And a special guest making his return, our good friend of the podcast, Adam. Say hello, Adam.
Well met.
So
He's Ben Brode for today.
yeah, Adam is coming back fresh from the Innkeeper Summit, and we're always welcome we're always glad to have someone like him around on the show. So thanks, Adam, for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We got a pretty big show here today. There's not a whole lot going on in the news, so we'll talk about. We'll go through our weeks in Hearthstone. We'll talk about the news, a little bit about the Tavern Brawl, the meta, which hasn't changed. We got a new deck of the week for you, and we'll be talking about another segment we want to bring back. Plus, as a special bonus, Adam is going to be bringing us to Hearthstone Trivia Jepperino. We're going to be playing to see who can come on top of the trivia challenge. So stay tuned to that.
Spoiler alert, it's me.
It's always him.
So listen, normally we do this at the end of the show, guys, but I'd really like to just talk to you and just say real quick, we wanted to say thank you so much for listening and joining us here at Around the Hearth. This is our 15th episode, and we've really started to expand our audience over the past week or two. So to all the new people that are joining us, thank you so much for joining us. And to everyone that's been listening, thank you again for being there. You guys are what makes this podcast awesome for us to do, and really makes us excited to come on every week and be there with you. But what we need from you is we need you guys to write in. Email us. We have our email. It's aroundthehearthpodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to have your content in here so we can answer your questions, whether it's funny or serious question or whatever. But what we really need right now is we need iTunes reviews, guys. Really need it. So please, if you just watch this on Twitch, or whether you use us on iTunes or wherever, if you could go on and you could give us a nice 5-star review. If you think we're 5-star worthy, which we sure hope you do, it really makes a big difference for our visibility. So that we can be seen by other people, and it makes all the difference in the world. We also have our Patreon and our Facebook pages and Twitter and all that good stuff for you to join. But help us out, and we really appreciate it. And hopefully we can have some contests soon. But thank you again for everyone and your support. And now let's move on with the show.
Woo!
And we do possibly have some more special guests coming around the corner, so definitely stay tuned for that. So, as you guys know, we are a podcast thrown together by a bunch of guys who met on Reddit, and we're happy to be here. Let's talk about our week in Hearthstone. Dubs, what's been up with you?
So I have somehow been stuck at rank 4. I can't go up or down. It's just rank 4.
Yep. The trap.
I've been playing a lot of mid-range hunter though. Deck's really good.
In Wild.
Oh yeah, Wild. Yeah, if everybody didn't know by now,
Really worth saying that.
I'm the Wild guy. So
I played a little Wild this week, actually, so that's pretty cool.
I've played a tiny amount this season.
yeah, I took a break a little bit, 'cause I just stuck at rank 4. I've been playing some standard. I've been playing UK Paladin. And I went from 25 to about 15, fairly quick. I just kept winning. It's a very fun deck to play.
I mean, if you weren't win streaking for between 25 and 20, I would worry.
Oh no, actually, I actually do have something noteworthy. Robson and I have both been doing some tournaments lately, and for 2 days straight, I placed top in the top 16, which I was pretty proud of myself because. I haven't done tournaments in a while, and I just, And I just got that little fire in me. I was like, I'm gonna play some tournaments, and I've been doing pretty good. So
Yeah, I played in one of these tournaments, and I reached top 8, and my opponent was scheduled. It was the winner of Dubs' match.
yeah,
Him versus some other guy. He was 2-0 down. He got to 2-2, going for the reverse sweep, and dead lost.
yeah, it happens.
And then I lost to this guy with.
Yeah,
He had some. It was my Pirate Warrior versus his Miracle Rogue, and his Miracle Rogue pulled off the only way it's possible to win, which is nuts swashbucklers.
Oh yeah, he got like Direhorn hatchlings, and
he got a higher Dine hatchling, and he got the what's the 2-mana 0/7 taunt called?
no body, no crime. That's all I know.
But
Yeah, that guy's pretty good against pirates. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
It'll be like
man.
Public Defender or something.
Yeah, the
Public Defender.
That's it.
That guy. See, he's been practicing for the trivia. He knows this stuff.
Yeah. Well, very cool.
Yeah.
So that's good. So, Bobson, how was the rest of your week in Hearthstone?
That tournament was probably the most noteworthy thing. My first HCT point from a tournament. First of May.
Oh, congratulations.
Perhaps. Besides that, I've just been kind of fucking around a lot. I'm at rank 4 on EU and NA, and just kind of not really trying to do very much beyond that. So I've been kind of playing on Wild a bit and playing on Asia a bit, and I haven't really been too bothered to do anything besides meme. I've found some interesting new decks. I got absolutely crushed by one guy playing like Water Burgle Rogue, and that was some cool shit. I got his. I added him. You know when you add someone after they beat you, and they just don't accept because they think you're going to be salty.
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, accept my friend request. I just want your deck. I got it in the end, and then I tried playing with it, and it just was terrible. He just drew the nuts against me.
Yeah.
Made me really sad. Yeah. So how about you, Scroll? What have you done? Anything noteworthy? Just meme?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I wanted to hit Dad Legend because I was playing Rogue, and I don't know. I hit a wall. So really, what I did was I switched over to good old UK Paladin, and I got my Dad Legend, and was happy because I just want to kind of sit there.
This
then I
podcast's
decided-
favorite deck.
Yeah. So then I was like, you know what? I need to do my Rogue. My Rogue challenge for the month is to get to level 60, or at least before the new expansion hits. And I started at level 40, and now I just hit 53 today. I got my first golden Murloc, so I was really excited about that. I'm playing the Triple Gods Reno, and in Wild, and it is so much fun to play. Like, if I'm gonna play Rogue, I'm gonna
To use its full name, Nazoth Yogg Cthulhu Reno Wild Rogue.
It is just crazy. No one knows what to expect. There's nothing like playing Reno,
Stupid deck.
shadow stepping him, playing Reno again, shadow casting him, playing like a 2020 Cthulhu followed by Nazoth and then Yogging. I mean, what else could you want in a game? And the great thing is you get so much experience because they last long.
You're doing a lot of
Yeah.
stupid
So-
shit.
For the slow grind, it's a fun deck that's getting me through. So that's probably pretty much what I'm gonna stick with for the rest of the season and beginning of next season until the expansion drops.
I don't think it's a deck that. We might feature it on Deck of the Week, but I think I'll post it on the Facebook page anyway because it is just really fucking fun.
Yeah, and we're also
and like
just a real quick note. We will post it on Discord too. We do have Discord available now. We just got it up and running last week, so we'll put the link for that in the show notes as well.
we've been doing decks in there.
So
Yes,
you can
please
get
invite
invited.
all your friends. We
we have
more
a
the
whole
merrier.
guest section. We have a general section. We're pretty active in there, so please join us on Discord. So yeah,
Listen,
Adam, what's been going on with you? How was your week in Hearthstone?
Well, I was at the Hearthstone Innkeeper Summit in Santa Ana.
All right, you win. You win.
I got to.
Cool
it was phenomenal. I got to, it was basically like, the Hearthstone guys talked a lot about what's coming down the pipe for fireside gatherings. There was a lot of presentations and panels from other innkeepers around the world. Like, we had people from Europe, we had people from Asia, There's some guys from Australia there. Just like all nations were represented, and it was a great time. And I got to meet Ben Brode and Pat Nagel and Jason Shea, and
That's awesome.
that was pretty sweet. And I hung out with our good bud David, and that was which was cool. He was there too. Maybe you know Sir Turtle from the Sir Turtle Gaming tournaments events out of King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. I think, and then top it off, we got to go. The final activity was we got to go on a tour of Blizzard Studios, which is not open to the public, and we got to go on a cruise on John Wayne's boat, which was pretty sweet.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
man, that's fucking cool. Okay, we've got to win.
As far as playing Hearthstone, I did play a lot of Hearthstone. I'm not really supposed to talk about it though. Just put it that way.
Okay, let's
just go with Adam knows some things that we do not, and we
tournament
Put it
mode.
this way: if you
Tournament
can
mode
go to a
confirmed.
fireside gathering in the near future, please do.
Tournament mode confirmed.
Yeah.
Not playing.
I guess the big question is: did you play against Ben Brode?
No, we did not play against him.
Did he?
He was not there. He was not there. We played against Pat Nagel. That was
tell
sweet.
me, I would have ran up to him and whipped out my phone and be like, "Play me, 1v1 me, let's go."
Just one time. I want to see how good your RNG is. Yeah.
You should ask him.
He'll just press the RNG button.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, he'll radio back to the Blizzard control room and say like, "Guys, need some help."
I need a top deck flame strike, make it happen.
Yeah, it's just like, need some help, guys. Like, we're on, Ben.
You want to take this inside?
He just top decks.
No,
Twist
the Blizzard campus is super cool. You can,
I bet.
It's basically like the equivalent of like the Google campus, except just Blizzard.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible.
All right. Well, I'm glad you had an awesome time. So let's move on to the news. So the first thing that we want to talk about is that Ben Brode hit up Reddit and did an AMA. So a lot of questions were asked, and most of them were silly and Reddit-like. But Dubs, what did we get from this?
All right, so I actually was able to get some guy asked a whole bunch of questions, and they were the best questions anyone asked, and he answered every single one of them. I just got to give a big shout out to Ben Brode. There was like thousands of questions, and he answered hundreds of them, even if they were stupid. People were asking what his favorite pizza is, stuff like that. He took the time to answer all those silly questions. So I just want to give a big shout out to him. He's a great guy. All right, so a few questions is someone said, I really enjoy cards that require positioning, like Flame Tongue Totem or Meteor, stuff like that. And they asked, is there more cards coming, in the future that's going to, be very, position oriented? And he said yes. He said that's one of his favorite types of mechanics. He really enjoys have to strategically place your minions or target things in certain orders. So there will be some new things coming eventually that'll test your knowledge and skill. And then let's see. Apparently he really wants to he likes handlock a lot and he wants to make it a thing again. But they don't want to. Someone asked about unnerfing Molten Giant. And they're saying they wanted to make it good in Wild and Standard. So if they made Mountain Giant unnerved, that would encourage people to only play it in Wild. He wants people to experience it in both. So he's talking about they're working on things to make it good in Standard, which in turn will make it good in Wild as well. Let's see.
I believe most of the questions were just pretty stupid.
And then
shit,
another one. This is pretty important. It's kind of we all assumed it, but someone asked, "Can you confirm that each class will have a hero card and a legendary minion for their class?" And he said confirmed. So we are for sure, kind of like quests. We are getting 2 legendaries per class, which
Yeah.
means probably less neutral legendaries. But that's a good thing because most neutrals suck.
I think
good.
that the setup's going to be exactly like it was for
Oh, of course.
for
Yeah.
for Ngoro.
Well, good news
And
is
then,
for the. Oh, sorry. Well, good
Oh.
news is for whales out there like me. You don't have to go in as hard on this set, even though there's 2 class legendaries apiece, because no dupes.
Yeah, exactly. There was a post today on Reddit that talked about the legendaries and how like 20 to 30%, like you're expected to complete your set like 20 to 30% faster.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yes.
And then
So now I only have to buy a 210 packs as opposed to 300.
Yeah,
someone
exactly.
also they asked about tournament mode, and he said that is something they're heavily considering. He's not going to. He said I can't mention anything specifically, but he said they are looking into it. So that's good enough for me. That they're acknowledging.
Yeah.
They're saying that is something we like. We want to do it, and then that's pretty much it. Everything else was just silly questions like apparently his favorite card is Lord Jiraxis. Stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah. We also had there is possibly some big news, possibly not, possibly speculation, bullshit, etc. So Toast, the man who is usually quite good at this kind of stuff, like he's really good at trawling like databases and random log posts to find details of upcoming expansions. Like he was the first person to find that Ngoro was going to happen, etc. And what he said is that the expansion is going to come out on August the 10th. So
I'll be right in the middle of my league. It's gonna spice things up.
yes, the league's going to quickly become who opened the most packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so that does tie in with what Blizzard was saying, like mid-August.
That's about almost mid, yeah.
Yeah, like it's early mid-August, and like what was it? Ngoro was like the 7th of the month. So
yeah,
it's entirely possible, but
and there have been Thursday releases lately.
what day of the week is the 10th?
Let's find out.
That would be a Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
Oh. Well.
Seems legit.
Yeah. So
Toast.
So what else we found out this week is the way that they're going to be releasing the single player content for the new set. As you all know, and we discussed last episode, we expect the Frost Festival to be coming pretty soon. And the Frost Festival is going to last 3 weeks. Now, it is possible that the Frost Festival won't be coming very soon and will correlate with the 3 weeks of single player content to be released at the beginning of the expansion.
Shit.
I hope not.
The expansion is going to the single player content. You're going to get the prologue, and you're going to get the first wing of the single player content on expansion launch day. The second week, you will get the second wing, and the third week you will be getting the final wing, which I believe is just going to be the final boss. But
I think it's just Lich King. It's either something in Lich King or just Lich King.
Yeah. But that's how they're going to release it. So there is a possibility that the Frost Festival might just correlate with the 3 weeks that this goes on. So we will just have to wait and see.
Yeah. I hope not, because I don't want to be having to do the wings while I'm playing Arena, because I want to enjoy my Arena runs.
I mean, Arena right at the start of the expansion is the best time to play Arena because it's
free packs, I guess.
Yeah.
I just checked my calendar, and it is not actually 3 full weeks from now until the 10th. So if it was going to be the 3 weeks before, it would have had to start yesterday.
Yeah.
So I think that's very likely that it is going to be during the release of it. Plus, that does kind of make more sense thematically.
Okay. Well,
Like,
we will just have to wait and see what's going on. But So we just have a little bit of tournament news this week. Let's go to our Hearthstone Global Games expert, Bobson, for an update on our two favorite countries.
Yeah, so obviously last week we had the show a day late, which did coincide with most of the round of 16 in the global games. We only had 2 games left, which were, as we say, well, two out of 3's favorite country and 3 out of 3's favorite country. Nobody likes the USA. So we had the USA versus Taiwan, and that was just
as expected.
Yeah, it was just a predictable sweep. It went 3-0. Very little of note happened in it. Taiwan have done incredibly well in the tournament, though. Yeah. Credit to them.
Shout out to them. Good job.
Yeah, but I mean, the USA, they're the team to beat, and they were not beaten. And then we had, it was New Zealand versus Canada, which was that was a really good match. Although New Zealand played incredibly well, but there was one game where it did kind of seem like where Canada played very interestingly. So it was, I think, it was Quest Warrior versus Token Shaman, and the Quest Warrior's game plan at the end was just to fatigue them out, and I think they did their maths wrong or something, and they ended up losing.
Yeah, they had a brawl.
They had a brawl in their hand. They kept it too late. New Zealand were able to get off like a full board bloodlust, like they which got them down from 60 health to 30. Like they were at 60 health. They had a brawl in their hand. It was like it appeared to be like a completely winning position, and fair play to New Zealand. They played from that position very well, and somehow won.
Yeah,
good for them.
So in the next round we have New Zealand versus the USA.
Yeah.
Which I'm very excited for because
I'm torn. I'm very torn.
It's going to be an amazing match.
Yep. Also, the other match of note, we have Taislanto, the match.
Yes.
Dream, the legend. We've got Ukraine versus Netherlands. It's going to be beautiful.
Netherlands is going to destroy them. Mark my words.
And when are these next rounds on the global games, Hobson?
And besides those 2 matches, we also have Mexico versus South Korea and China versus the Czech Republic. Like, obviously, at this point in the tournament, every team is really, really good.
Yeah.
Like in Ukraine and Netherlands and USA, well, and China versus Czech Republic, I'd say, are like the two matches where, like, all 4 of those teams are teams which you could reasonably expect to win the tournament at the start.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're still going. New Zealand have been and I think Mexico have been like kind of.
You're definitely the underdogs.
Packages. Yeah. They're like nobody was really rating them in the start, but they've really kind of knocked out of the park. And like, I think if anyone was going to beat the USA in this tournament, it would actually be New Zealand. Like, I don't know. They seem like they're the team who like have the most momentum on their side at the moment.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I guess this is gonna be a really good match. That's all I know.
Yeah. Very.
Well,
I just like the global games in general.
Yeah.
It is my favorite Hearthstone tournament that has happened today.
Yeah, because you get to see people you get to see people and players you don't normally see on a regular basis.
There's just so many teams.
Like
it's great.
Yeah, just the general, like the mechanics of a team tournament, I find really fascinating.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that one especially with like every class represented and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, like they've said that like New Zealand's kind of big weapon has been like their team mechanic. Their team mechanic has been like, I think, better than any of the teams. Like they seem to be like just really good friends, and that's why they're killing it. Like Austria were also another team who were just like they were partying for most of the time. But so the next round of the global games does actually start. Well, for me it's today. For you guys it is tomorrow. So
Good.
that is
Well,
hopefully what you
everyone
have.
tune in. You guys know twitch.tv/play Hearthstone. If you don't, then you probably don't play Hearthstone.
That's right.
Or at least watch it ever, because that's
Or
where
you didn't
every single
favorite
thing-
it. It's
Yeah.
one. It's one of those things.
Actually, I do have some news. I just remember this for some reason. They're actually working on implementing a spectator mode, like in client for big tournaments. HCT events, global games, where you can. I feel like this is going to open up a lot of doors to people who don't necessarily know about Twitch.
Yeah.
Or there's going to be some
Who can
big
just
thing, and
watch a
they
thing.
watch. They get introduced to
Yeah, like-
competitive Hearthstone. It's gonna I think it's gonna make a lot of players want to play better. And
Yeah, like it will have a kind of in the friends menu there'll be like along with the fireside gathering button there'll be like a find what is live now button or something.
Yeah.
That'll be super awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, not the biggest week of news in Hearthstone. So,
not as good
do
as
you guys play
yesterday, last week.
No, nothing is going to be as good as last week's. Do you guys play much Tavern Brawl?
I played this one a lot. I actually enjoy this one
This
a
one's
lot.
really fun.
Yeah.
So last time this one came around, it was what Trump or possibly Crep coined as Yugi Stone, because obviously all minions have charge and taunt. So those are the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh. Quite simply, you play things, you go face. So there was some. I actually experimented with this a lot, and you know what was I think the single best card in this brawl?
What?
Without a shadow of a doubt, it was Humongous Razor Leaf.
Oh yeah, I played a
That
lot of
card
Ancient
fucking
Watcher.
Killed it. Ancient Watcher was like it's like the little brother, but Humongous Razor Leaf, because everyone played this brawl and they played super aggro.
Yeah.
You put down that big 4/8 on turn 3, and they're just like, fuck.
For some reason, I dusted mine, and I really didn't feel like crafting them. So I was like, Ancient Watcher it is.
Oh no, I started out with like a kind of hybrid aggro druid type thing. Like every deck I made just had 2 Ancient Watchers and 2 Humongous Razor Leaves because I figured out that they were just the best cards in the brawl.
I played Elemental Mage, and it actually was very successful.
You're a madman.
Yeah.
Adam, what about you, man? Do you play this brawl?
Heck yeah, I did. I played Quest Hunter because it's the only way I'm gonna get to play it.
Yeah, Quest Hunter was actually really good. I watched a lot of people play Quest Hunter for the brawl.
I encountered
It wasn't.
one
It wasn't
person
so much that. It wasn't so much that it was like super like powerful and oppressing. It's just like you stick a minion and you actually get to do something with it,
Yeah.
and then you get the reward and you get to do something with it.
I was watching
Yeah,
someone.
it was just the fact that the quest actually worked.
That
to some
and it's
degree.
wild. So you have access to some other one drops like
Yeah,
Red Spirit and stuff like
I was
that.
watching someone. I think it was Control the Board play, and it was a mirror match, and he played Carnissa and attacked into a freezing trap and played it again, and he had 31 drops over 3 twos, and he was like, I win.
The dream.
That is the dream. Yeah, I figured out that turns out Control Shaman was pretty good in that. And like you just had to adjust the deck a little bit. Like basically you have all the big Shaman overload dudes and you win.
Mm-hmm.
Because like a 4-mana 7/7 taunt is quite good.
It's alright.
4-mana 7/7, you have 3-mana 4/8, the 2-mana 4/5, you got a 5-mana 7/8. If you have those on curve,
Yeah.
you only have Tunnel Trog because why would you not have Tunnel Trog in the Shaman deck that can
Yeah,
go
you may
face?
as well.
And Vicious Fledgling. Vicious Fledgling was quite good in this.
I had mixed things with that. I always drew it when they had a board. I couldn't get to go face.
It is a bit of a problem.
Yeah, innovate Vicious Fledgling in this rule compared to other ones.
Yeah.
Quite good.
Or Vicious Fledgling constantly trolls you with Taunt as one of the adapt options.
Yeah, that happened a lot.
Yeah. So it was fun. I'm here to say I did a one and done.
You missed out.
I had too much.
This
growth.
was a really fun brawl to like.
Yeah, I had a
With.
120. I had a 120 G quest, so I was like, why not?
Fuck it.
I've been loving this double gold. I hope it doesn't go away for a long time.
I'm gonna cry
if
if Wednesday.
if the Frost Festival's not for like a few weeks, I mean it's not gonna be for a few weeks, but
Yeah.
it might be a little while longer. I was expecting it to have ended by yesterday.
Yeah, well, in backpedaling a second to the Ben Road AMA, someone asked when is the double gold going to end, and he did this whole thing of like this cryptic message that basically said like chill out, man. What it's going to be cold. Like which he did before, and he was like then he had replied saying I actually in a post did a cryptic post about it, and here's what it was. So really, what he was saying in this post was it's going to end when something cold happens. So if the Frostfest doesn't begin soon, like we might have double gold for a while.
I'm loving this. I have a lot of friends
I am-
who keep getting the play a friend quest, so I've just been eating up gold.
I have not. So if you are out there and you want to be my friend, it's Evil Squirrel 1980. Let's play some 180 gold or 160 gold games.
There you go.
Or me if you are on any server which is not NA. You should totally give me your gold. Or you can give it to me on NA.
You can give it to me on EU. I have a few accounts too. I'll take it.
Just give us all gold.
So
All of us.
we could talk about the meta, but I don't think there's anything to say. It hasn't changed.
All right. The meta's done.
So the meta is done. So let's move on. We're going to talk about deck of the week, but before we do, when we first started out, before we were even around the Hearth, and at the beginning of Around the Hearth, we had a segment called Card of the Week, and Card of the Week was something that I really loved doing, and it was we picked a silly card, we played the silly card, and we talked about how silly and ridiculous it was. If you want to go back to some of our older episodes, you can check it out. But like we did things, for example, like
Not so well.
Huh?
I mean, if you go back to the early episodes, it's going to be a little rough.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a little rough.
Yeah.
We did do the guy that turns you into Ragnaros. What's his name?
Major Domo.
Yeah, we did a Major Domo episode, which was fun.
Wilfred Frizzlebang.
Yeah, we did Wilfred Fizzlebang. So
I made Wilfred Lock work.
if you have a request for it, email us around the Hearth podcast at gmail.com. Hit us up on Discord, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you want. Put it. You know what? Put it in your 5-star review on iTunes, and we will do the card of the week. And I think it will be a lot of fun. It's something that we like doing. So we'd love to bring that segment back. And so
yeah.
So with that, let's move on to the deck of the week. Bobson, take it away.
So, like, me and Dubs both have recently subscribed to this theory when it comes to playing with tournaments that Elemental Shaman is the better Shaman to bring than Token Shaman, purely just because it's a really strong control deck in its own, and it just destroys Shaman mirrors because everyone else is playing Token Shaman, and this just beats it every time.
It beats it badly. It's not even fun.
Like Volcano is very good against Token Shaman. Lightning Storm is very good against Token Shaman. Like even Devolve, Kalamos is very good against Token Shaman. And anyone who follows the show probably knows that I just really like Control Shaman. I have spoken about it before, and I'm probably going to speak about it many times to come. So I was just like, there are like a couple of variants of the Elemental Shaman knocking about. There is like kind of like the fast tempo version, which kind of looks to go Blame Elemental into Blaze Cooler into Kalamos, like just face kind of thing. I do not like that one so much. I think it's kind of like it's a bit kind of linear. I like playing as off decks, so I was just like, Jade. Oh, plus obviously the Jade Spirit being an elemental is like absolutely huge for
this deck has like 4
the
titles.
whole Jade elemental things working. So it means that you can now feasibly run less elementals, because you run Jade Spirit. And the previous problem with Jade Elemental decks before that change was you just kind of ran out of deck slots.
Mm-hmm.
Even now, you still kind of run out of deck slots. But so, that in mind, this is a Jade Elemental N'Zoth controlled shaman.
It is so much fun.
This is the build that I have put together. Everyone's running slightly different things. It's kind of still one under construction. But so, you have the base kind of... First of all, you have all of the Jade cards except Jade Chieftain. So that's 2 Jade Gauls, 2 Jade Spirits, 2 Jade Lightnings, and Aya. So your Jades in this are going to get up at least to an 8/8, just from that. That is very nice for a control deck.
Yeah.
Then obviously Aya is a Death Rattle, and if you bring that back with N'Zoth, your golems are now getting up to 9/9. What other good Death Rattles does Shaman have?
I wonder.
You might as well just put White Eyes in there because it's a pretty good card. 5 mana 10/10s are quite good.
Yeah.
2 5 mana 10/10s are even better.
Let's even that 3 of them.
And another Death Rattle, which Shaman, if you're some casters, is Blood Mage Thalnos. So, why kind of Thalnos is like my favorite card to run in every Shaman deck.
Yeah.
Because it just kind of like when you're in like the really high pressure situations, not having to rely on that spell power totem is so huge. Like you can just go, so I could roll for like a 1 in 3 here to get spell damage, Maelstrom, or I could just play Thalnos and cycle as well. So he also comes back with N'Zoth, which is also very nice. Then, like Thalnos, he works very well with Shaman's AoEs, which are like the sole reason which you play Control Shaman in the first place. Like Shaman AoE in the current meta is like I think definitely the best.
Oh, by far.
Maelstrom Portal is like just the single best early game control tool like that's ever existed. It's
Until Spirit Lash comes out.
Until Spirit Lash comes out.
Right. I'm still on that card.
Yeah, no. The more I think,
the same exact thing.
Like, the more I think about it, yeah, Spirit Lash is fucking mental.
Yeah.
But until then, we have Maelstrom Portal, which is fucking mental. We have this deck does run a single Lightning Storm, which I'm kind of on the fence about because I think Lightning Storm is. Although my thought process was Lightning Storm is like it's best in the token Shaman match, which you win anyway. So it's kind of okay to cut one.
I feel like Volcano kind of does the job when it comes to clearing boards.
So it does run 2 Volcanoes because Volcano is like just one of the strongest. It's like the strongest AoE in the game at the moment. And when you play a control deck, which doesn't have too many minions, just boom.
Yeah. I hate that card so much. It always ruins me every time.
It only runs a single devolve because it's a control shaman. It does also run double hex, so you have less. Less need for the devolve. Really, like the main thing devolve is it. Shaman Dex 4 is to like use on Spike Ridge Steed, but you can just hex whatever's been Spike Ridge Steeded. And if they use Spike Ridge Steed on the frog, then you're fucked because you can't devolve it anymore. Sad. So the other cards which are featured in this. So double Mana Tide because Shaman is terrible for card draw. Although the second one I'm still not so sure about. Double Thing from Below because it's just the nuttiest card, especially when it's combined with the one of, which is in this deck, which makes this deck such a good control deck, which is a single Spirit Echo. Now, Spirit Echo has the most insane synergy with Jade cards. The Jade activators, not the Jade Golems. It's actually got terrible synergy with the Jade Golems, but you roll with that. It's got incredible synergy with Thing from Below, because you can just play it on a 0-mana Thing from Below and get another free one. It's got the same synergy with N'Zoth, because you can get 3 more Death Rattles. It's got insane synergy with like your Servant of your Elementals, because it gives you more Elementals. Spirit Echo is like low-key one of my new favorite cards, purely because of how it performs in this deck. And also it has 2 Hot Spring Guardians, because it's an Elemental, it's a Taunt, it's a heal, and all of those things are fucking amazing. And then finally, we move on to the Elementals in the deck. There are so many different facets to this deck. I love it. So, it runs 2 Fireflies, because Firefly is like such a good kind of early game, kind of just a small amount of early game like board presence is just like all you need at the moment. 1/2s are so good in this meta. Like so many 1 health things. Plus it gives you an elemental for like later Kalimos activations. Calibus is obviously also run in the deck, because it means you beat Mage. Just straight out. Like they Alexstrasza, you play Kalimos, Mage is sad, you win. It runs 2 Servant of Kalimos, because it gives you more Kalimos, or it gives you like an Earth Elemental if you're playing against Mage, or against like an aggro thing, or in a control match, it can give you more Jade Spirits now, which is so huge. Like just lets you ramp up those Jades even more. And see, this is the thing, because of the kind of elemental buff which has been on Jade Spirit, Firefly, Hot Spring Guardian, Jade Spirit are now like the only elementals in the deck, and it's still consistent. Whereas before you had to cut something out for it to work. Like you would run this deck without Jade Spirit, which would really hurt the kind of Jade aspect to it, which kind of meant the whole. So like, what I said when they announced the Jade Spirit thing was like, this could really make Jade Elemental Shaman like work. And from my experience, it has. This is not a tier 1 deck, but I'm getting pretty good win rates with it. Like it beats all of the token-based aggro decks. It's got a pretty favorable matchup against Mage, which is everywhere at the moment. Although that matchup literally just hinges on, do you have Kalimos in your hand? Because if you don't draw Kalimos or get one from Servant of Kalimos, you do generally lose.
Yeah.
Sadly. But it's a risk you take in an RNG influenced card game, I suppose. It's very good against Murloc Paladin, because that is really the reason which Devolve is in this deck. You devolve a bunch of Murlocs, or you Volcano a bunch of Murlocs, and you generally win. Then you just like hex their Tyrion, their whatever. The main issue with it is Jade Druid it's a control deck, so Jade Druid is not a good matchup. And yeah, I would heavily recommend just playing this deck. It is fun.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Everyone, as you know, we will always have the deck of the week posted in the show notes, and we will be posting it on our Discord channel as well. In our deck section, so you can always check out there. And now, to wrap up the show, we have Adam bringing us Jeoparino.
All right.
Adam Marino.
Welcome.
For Around the Hearth. So, Adam, thank you.
Thanks for having me. Welcome. This is the first episode of Around the Hearth Jeoparino. My name is Adam, and ladies, you are welcome.
Hey, I've got my trivia hat on.
So here's how Hearthstone. For those of you who want to play along at home, here you just grab yourself a pad of paper and a pen, and we can. I'll go down the rules. We're gonna do three different rounds of trivia. First one is going to be tavern trivia. This will be similar to bar trivia. I'll give you a question, you write down the answer, and we'll review at the end of the round. We'll do 3 different categories within that, 5 questions each. Each correct answer gets you 10 points.
Right.
Round 2 is going to be word chains. So there'll be 4 different categories. Someone will lead off by picking one, and each category will have multiple answers, and we're going to go around the horn, everyone giving a answer. If you get an answer, a right answer keeps you in and gets you 10 points. A wrong answer stops your run, and you are out for that round. If you are the sole remaining player, you after going around the rotation, you will get an additional 15 seconds to name any amount of additional answers for that category, and each one will net you 10 additional points.
Oh,
Cool.
And the final round will be Final Jeopardy. I have 2 categories. For Final Jeopardy, whoever is behind will get to pick it. You will wager before hearing the question on how much you'd like to bid. I will set a minimum bid so that everyone can stay in it. And then, obviously you get it right, you get the points. If you lose the points. Everyone clear?
All right.
Yes.
All
Sounds
right,
good.
cool. So let's start with round one, Tavern Trivia. This is where you're going to want your pen and paper. First
Got it.
category for Tavern Trivia is current events. The thing we talk about here.
That thing.
All right, question 1. A new Hearthstone esports team was recently announced this week called the Frozen Pwn. According to the press release, who is their founder?
Do we just write it down? That's it.
Write it down for now. We'll review. We'll go around the horn and review at the end of the category.
All right. Cool.
Question 2. In celebration of the upcoming expansion release, Blizzard decided to have a little surprise ready for patrons of this year's San Diego Comic-Con. What is that surprise?
Oh, fuck.
All right, question 3. In a recent AMA, Ben Brode said, which card is the, quote, most limiting card to future design space?
I know all
Recent
these.
one. A recent one?
Yeah.
The one we talked about today. Question 4. In this past week's Tavern Brawl gave all minions each player played from hand, charge, and taunt. But what was the actual name of the brawl?
Oh dang. I don't know.
Dude!
These are some good questions.
Oh, it's not Yugi Stone.
It's not you. For those following along at home, no, it is not Yugi Stone. We don't know what it is. What is a Yugi? And question 5 for this round. The recent patch to Hearthstone saw a nerf to the much hated Caverns Below Rogue Quest, though some other cards received changes. What tribe saw some new additions to their ranks in this update?
Do we get bonus points if we can name all the new ones?
No, you do not.
Oh,
Sorry, Doug.
Lol.
it's okay. It was worth a shot.
It's ready. When everyone's ready, we'll go around the horn for the answers.
All right, I'm ready whenever you guys are. And no looking up the Tavern Brawl because I know none of us know
Yeah,
that.
no Google. I think it's closed anyway, so I think you're SOL for that one.
Okay.
All right. So, a new Hearthstone esports team was announced this week. Frozen Pwn, according to the poster. Who's their founder? Bob, let's start with you.
Oh,
The Lich King.
Dubs
the Lich King.
and Squirrel.
The Lich King.
There you go. Everyone got that one. Give yourself 10 points. All right. Question 2. In celebration of the upcoming expansion release, Blizzard decided to have what surprise at San Diego Comic-Con? Let's go to Squirrel.
I have no idea.
I know.
right. All right. Let's go to Bob. Bob, how about you?
Yeah, I'll go last because I know the answer.
Okay.
A Golden Magma Rager.
Unfortunately, no. Dubs.
Damn.
Ice Cream Citadel.
Yeah, Ice Cream Citadel. They're getting an ice cream truck to show up at San Diego Comic-Con.
I am so jealous.
With a bunch of fanfare for the release.
They made a advertisement video, kind of like what they did with the Lich King interviews for a job. You guys should all watch it. It's very funny.
Yeah, that was a recent video. Okay, question 3. In a recent AMA, Ben Brode said, which card is the most limiting card to future design space? Dubs.
I'm gonna say it, but I know they're all gonna say it too. So it's Stone Tusk Boar.
Yep.
Okay, Bob.
I was gonna go with Spirit Singer Umbra because I don't know this.
Okay, Squirrel.
4.
All right, the answer is Stone Tusk Boar.
Yeah.
The other ones that were mentioned were Malygos and Preparation.
You gotta step your game up, or Bobson. All that trash
right.
talk.
All right, so we all love this week's Tavern Brawl, but what was the name of it? Squirrel.
Yugi Stone.
Incorrect. Dubs.
I have no idea.
Also incorrect. Bob.
I put Smork.
Ah.
Is that correct?
Ooh, you were so close. It was a Clash of the Minions.
Okay, never would have guessed that.
All right. And question 5 for the first round. In a recent patch, what tribe saw new additions to their ranks added in the update? I'm sure we can all guess this one. Let's all say at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Elemental.
There you go. Everyone gets some points.
If anyone got that wrong after how much I just talked
I
about
mean, we did talk about it.
Undead is undead the answer.
All right. So going to the next category. This one's called Do the Math. I'm gonna give you a bunch of. These questions will involve you either doing some math of some kind, but then giving me the mathematically correct answer. All right.
Cool.
So question 1, we're looking for the number of cards that give you a mana. Oh, I'm sorry, I should phrase. When I give the for going on, it's all questions are wild based, not standard based.
Okay.
So question 1, the number of cards that give you a mana crystal minus the number of cards that destroy one of your mana crystals.
Okay.
Wait. Repeat that
Okay,
again.
we're looking for the number of we're looking for the product of this some slash product of the number of cards that give you a mana crystal minus the number of cards that destroy one of your mana crystals.
Is this neutral and class cards?
This is neutral and class cards.
Okay.
All right, question 2. We're looking for the number of quests currently available in the game times the number of non-minion quest rewards.
The number of quests in the game times the number of non-minion
quest rewards, yeah. All right, question 3. We're looking for the number of 5 mana 8/8s divided by the number of 1 mana 2/3s.
Oh man, these questions are coming so quick.
Yeah, dude, this is really fast.
If you need me to repeat any, let me know.
You said 1 mana what?
1 mana 2/3s.
So it's 5 mana 8/8s divided by 1 mana 2/3s.
Right. All right. Question 4. We're looking for the total cost of stats of the total cost and stats put together of the highest mana cost card in the game minus the same total of the lowest. So that's to say, add up the mana cost, attack, and defense, and that's the number you get for that card.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Sure. The total cost of the total cost and stats of the highest mana cost card in the game minus the total of the lowest mana cost card in the game.
Which lowest cost?
Lowest cost minion. My bad. So these are minions.
Okay, yeah, no, that still works.
Okay. And moving on to number 5, we're looking for the number of beasts in the warrior class plus the number of beasts in the warlock class plus the number of beasts in the rogue class.
Oh man, I'm still on number 3.
Do you want me? Let me know if you need me to repeat any of these. I know
Okay, so warrior, warlock, and rogue.
And rogue. Number of some of all the beasts between all those classes. Give you guys a few about 30 more seconds to figure it out.
Number 4. You said mana cost, attack, and health.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're looking for the highest minion minus the lowest minion.
What was number 3?
Number 3 was the number of 5 mana 8/8s divided by the number of 1 mana 2/3s.
Okay.
Give you guys about 30 more seconds to figure out lethal. For those of you listening, Hearthstone is a math-based game.
What was the first question again?
Okay, so this is the first number 1 again. The number of cards that give you a mana crystal minus the number of cards that destroy one of yours, I should say. All right, about 10 more seconds.
for number 1, does that count cards that generate them as well, or just collection?
With the word gain. All right. Time is up. Let's review.
All right.
All right. Number 1, number of cards in the game that give you a mana crystal minus the number of cards that destroy one of your mana crystals. Let's go to Dubs for the answer.
I guessed 4. That was.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, Squirrel, what'd you have?
5.
Okay, and then Bob, what'd you have?
I also got 5.
Okay, the actual answer is 8.
Really?
There are 10 cards that give you a mana crystal: Innervate, Wild Growth, Darnassus Aspirant, Grove Tender, Jade Blossom, Pilfered Power, Astral Communion, Mire Keeper, Nourish, and Counterfeit Coin. And there are two that destroy them: Blast Crystal Potion and Felguard.
I got the 2 right. That's all I care about.
All right.
For destroy mana, what
Transform.
about
I know you're thinking.
No, Darnassus Aspirant.
That's only this is when it comes. It's effect text is what I meant. I'm sorry, I should have clarified.
Oh, so you're not including Death Rails? Because I was thinking of both Living Mana and Darnassus Aspirant.
Living Mana is a transform, not a destroy.
This is very semantical.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Bob. You're trying, and I can see it in your hat. All right. So number 2, number of quests currently available in the game times the number of non-minion rewards. Let's go to Bob for that one.
27.
Dubs.
I got 20.
And Squirrel.
What?
I have 36.
36 is the correct answer.
Yeah.
9 quests in the game, of which the Rogue, Warrior, Mage, and Warlock rewards are non-minions.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I forgot Mage. Although Dubs, please tell me how the fuck you got 20.
I don't.
Like what 9 times?
I know. No, I was for some reason I was still thinking about number 1, and
we just missed Lethal. It's okay.
I was thinking about
Sometimes it
number 1,
happens.
and I wasn't paying attention, and for some reason I was thinking 10 times 2. I wasn't thinking about.
All right.
Yeah.
Dubs, you can redeem yourself with this one. Number
No,
of
I
5
won't.
mana 8/8s divided by the number of 1 mana 2/3s.
I don't even know how many 1 mana 2/3s there are. There's like 4 or 5. I don't know. I didn't get that one.
All right, let's
I
go over to
couldn't
Squirrel.
I said 1.
And then Bob.
I went 2.
The answer is 1. There are 2 5 mana 8/8s in Fell Reaver and Bittertide Hydra, and 2 1 mana 2/3s in Emerald Hive Queen and Zombie Chow.
Oh fuck! Emerald Hive Queen. Damn.
Well, yeah.
All right. This one's hard. This will be hard. So we're looking for the total cost of stats and man and the highest minion in the game minus the lowest. So
I got this
I'll just
one.
be quick with. I'll be quick with it. So go ahead, Dubs.
I got 39.
That would be correct. So if you had 39, you can give yourself 10 points. It is Molten Giant Marius Target Dummy. So 41 minus 2 is 39.
Oh fuck! It was minus. I had to divide.
Squirrel, did you get that one
No
right?
wonder you were doing hard math.
Squirrel, did you get that one right? I'm keeping track.
Yeah, I did that, but I wasn't using Target Dummy. I was using Wisp.
I was using the
Wisp would be
Tiny
three,
Fin.
actually.
I was using Tiny
Wisp
Fin.
has less stats. I think Wisp has less stats than
it-
less
it-
total
it-
because
it-
Target Dummy has 2.
Well, 1 plus 1
Yeah,
plus
Wisp
0
also
is
has
2.
It's either 1 plus 1 or 0 plus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had Tiny Fin Murloc.
Okay, well you got it right regardless.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to the 5. Let's go with the number of beasts in these weird classes that shouldn't have beasts. Let's go to Squirrel.
12.
Let's go to Dubs.
I guess 10.
And let's go to Bob.
8.
The answer is 8.
Oh, Bobson.
Warrior has Fierce Monkey, Direhorn Hatchling, Ornery Direhorn, and King Mosh. Warlock has Clutch Mother Zavis, Chittering Tunneler, and Ravenous Pterodax. And Rogue only has Pit Snake.
All right.
All right. So let's see. At the end, so last round in the tavern trivia round. This one's called Cards They Are A-Changing. These have to do with cards that were changed in some way during the game's lifespan.
Oh, man.
All right. Question 1. What card has received the most changes in the game's lifespan, beta included?
Oh, beta included. Okay.
Dude.
All right. Question 2. A patch released in October of last year saw a big change to the text of several minions of which tribe?
Wait, which one?
Could you repeat that?
A patch release in October of last year saw a big change to the text of several minions of which tribe? Question 3. The mostly underplayed Master of Disguise had some text added to it that effectively was a nerf. What was this text?
Wait, can you repeat that one?
Sure. The mostly underplayed rogue card, Master of Disguise, had some text added to it that effectively was a nerf. What was that text? All right. Moving on to number 4. Speaking of unplayed rogue cards, this rogue draw spell never even made it out of beta. What was its name? And the final question for the tavern and trivia round. Even the Hearthstone creative team isn't immune from nerfs. What card based on a member of the design team received a big nerf back in March of 2014?
You want the card's name or the guy's name?
The card's name.
Close enough. Either way. I get question 2 one more time.
Sure. A patch release in October of last year saw a big change to the text of several minions of which tribe? Give you about 30 more seconds to wrap it up. Does anyone need any other repeats?
No, I'm good.
4.
4. Okay, speaking of unplayed rogue cards, this rogue draw spell never even made it out of beta. What was its name?
Oh, there's no fucking way I'm knowing that. Cool.
Yeah, I know what it does. I just can't remember the damn name.
All right, so let's go down the answers for this one. Cards they are changing. What card has received the most changes in this game's lifespan, beta included? Go ahead with that one, Squirrel.
Charge.
Let's go to Dubs.
So I picked coin, but it's because they changed what that thing did. For going second. I don't know if it's necessarily. Yeah.
And Bob.
I went for Warsong Commander.
The actual answer is Unleash the Hounds has been changed 3 times.
Okay, yeah, because it used to be expensive, then it was super cheap. Okay.
It was cheap, then expensive, then cheap,
That's what I
then
meant, yeah.
what it is now. So 4 times it's changed.
Damn.
So we had 4 different. Okay, a patch released in October of last year saw a big change to the text of several minions of which tribe? Let's go to Dubs.
Murloc.
And Bob?
Murloc.
And Squirrel.
I didn't know, so I said totems.
Okay, yeah, it is Murlocs. The change was that they only affected your Murlocs.
I remember now.
I did like. I was just trying to remember what tribes got affected, and like my first thought was pirates. They love pirates. I was like, wait, that.
I remember
that
it was the
October.
big Anyfin Dex. The Anyfin mirror was ridiculous until they did that change.
God.
All right, moving on. The mostly underplayed Master of Disguise had this text added to it. Let's go to Bob.
Was it just like they changed like give your minion stealth to give one minion stealth?
Incorrect. Dubs.
Give a minion stealth until end of turn.
There you go. And then Squirrel.
I wrote for this turn only.
Yep. And so I will accept that. It's until your next turn. So we'll give the points to Dubs and Squirrel. Because it used to be perma stealth and that was broken.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I still don't understand what card they said. They said it hindered some card from the next expansion or something like that.
Well, speaking of cards, you'll never see this one. What unplayed rogue draw spell that never even made it out of beta. Anyone know the answer?
No.
Nope.
Rogue
Was
draw
it Rush?
spell.
Wasn't it Rush or something like that?
The name of the card was actually Adrenaline Rush. It was a 1 mana card that drew a card and combo to draw 2.
Does that count, or is that not good enough?
What?
Unfortunately, Adrenaline Rush was the name of looking at. I'll take the gold card.
All right.
And then the Hearthstone creative team member that got a nerf back in 2014. His card. What's his name, guys?
Not
Not
Pagel.
Bagel.
There you go. Let's give you all a point. Give you all some points. All right. So at the end of so that concludes Tavern Trivia, and we have a tie for first between Squirrel and Dubs with 80, and Bobson backing up the rear at 50.
Yeah.
All right. So round two. This is going
He's
to.
usually backing up the rear.
Yep. So now round two. This is going to. The round two is going to be word chains. So how it will work is we'll start. I'll give you a category and tell you what I'm looking for. Someone will start by naming giving an answer, and we'll go around the horn. If you get an answer wrong, you're out for that round. But you get a point. You get 10 points for each answer you get right. If you're the last person remaining, you can. I'll give you 15 seconds to name as many other answers as you can, and you'll get points for those.
Cool.
Clear?
Okay.
All
So
right.
Bob, since you're behind, you get to pick from one of four categories. We have double your ping. I can't do that yet. Vanilla as it gets, or press the button.
Wait, read them again.
Double your ping. I can't do that yet. Vanilla as it gets, or press the button.
Let's go with I can't do that yet.
All right, I can't do that yet. So for this one, Bob, you'll be leading off. We're looking for minions with can't attack in their text.
Cool.
So go ahead and lead off, Bob.
So let's start with Humongous Razorleaf.
Correct. Now on to Dubs.
Ancient Watcher.
Correct.
Good luck, Squirrel. Would we get points for answering those right?
Yes, you get a points for each correct answer. You get 10 points for each correct answer. So Squirrel to you. 5 seconds. Anything?
No.
All right, Squirrel, you're out for this round. We'll go back to Bob.
Eerie Statue.
Correct.
Ah,
Argent Watchman.
Correct.
Oh, what's that spider called? Shit. Fuck. Gun. Balls.
I know what it is. I think.
5 seconds. 3,
I ain't got it.
1. All right.
It's like-
so Dubs.
It's like Silithid Swarmer. Something. It's like something.
Fuck.
Correct. All right.
All right.
All right. There are 3 more answers.
I
Dubs,
don't
you
know.
have 15 seconds to get them.
I don't know. I can't.
Okay,
I
so-
did my best.
Okay, so the remaining answers we're looking for is Charge Devilsaur, Ice Howl, and Ragnaros the Fire Lord.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't guess those.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
Rag. Of course.
jeez.
All right, Squirrel.
That's stupid.
All right, Squirrel. You can choose from the following categories: double your ping, vanilla as it gets, or press the button.
Press the button.
All right, press the button. So for this round, we're looking for the names of hero powers a player can start with or obtain during a regular game of Hearthstone. And remember, this is wild, so keep that in mind.
Armor up.
Correct. Bob.
Steady shot.
Correct. Dubs.
Tank up.
Correct. Squirrel.
Fire blast.
Correct. Bob.
Life tap.
Correct. Dubs.
It's called, God. Equip dagger.
Nope.
I don't know. I'm
Let me
out.
see. No, incorrect.
Yeah, I'm out.
Squirrel.
Totemic might.
Incorrect. So Bob, comes to
That's
you.
a card.
Okay, so dagger up.
Incorrect. So that will
was-
end the round. The actual name of the card you're looking for is Dagger Mastery.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
So the ones we didn't hit are Shapeshift, Dire Shapeshift, Ballista Shot, Dynamancy, Fire Blast Rank 2, Reinforce, the Silver Hand, the Tidal Hand, Lesser Heal, Mind Spike, Mind Shatter, Poison Dagger, Totemic Call, Totemic Slam, Lightning Jolt, Soul Tap, Inferno, and Die Insect.
I thought it was dagger.
Man, there's
It's
so
really
many
called
of them.
Fire Blast Rank 2. That's such a.
That's really
generic
what
name.
it's called. I didn't even know that.
It's such a like. They're like, oh, let's just call it Rank 2.
All right.
Fuck it.
Dubs, you can choose between Double Your Ping or Vanilla as it gets.
Vanilla as it gets.
All right, so in this category, we're looking for common cards with 0 text in their box.
All right. Do I go first?
Yeah, you can lead off.
Chillwind Yeti.
Ooh, incorrect. That is a basic card, not a common card.
Okay. I was thinking. Okay, never mind. I wasn't paying attention.
This makes this a lot harder.
All right, let's go to Bob.
Oh, common.
5 seconds.
Fuck. Worgen Greaser.
Yes, correct. Sure.
Wisp.
Correct.
Oh, dude.
Bob.
Oh, you couldn't have done that a little slower. Murloc Tiny Fin.
Correct. Squirrel.
Enchanted Raven.
Correct.
Ooh. Target dummy.
Incorrect. It has taunt in the text.
That's a rare.
Oh fuck yeah, obviously.
And it's a rare. Squirrel.
Okay.
So yeah, 15 seconds. Chain as many as you can.
Okay.
10 seconds.
Oh, for the love of God.
This one's hard as hell.
5 seconds.
I just can't think of any.
All right, cool. So the ones we missed are Carrion Grub, Fearsome Doomguard, Duskboar, Puddle Stomper, Amgam Rager, Ice Rager, Spider Tank, Lost Tall Strider, Pit Fighter, Salty Dog, Captured Jormungandr, Eldritch Horror, Faceless Behemoth, and Ultrasaur.
Oh, we missed Ultrasaur.
All right.
Let's go for Ultrasaur. It's the rule in like every single one of these.
All right. So this so we're down to double your ping, and so for this one, points are double, so you get 20 points for each correct answer.
Ooh.
And this one has the most. So now I'm looking for cards with deal 2 damage in their text. This is spells or minions. And we'll start out with Bob, since you're slightly behind.
So
Looking for cards with deal 2 damage in their text, minions or spells.
so Arcane Blast.
Correct. Squirrel.
Holy Smite.
Correct. Dubs.
Shadow Form.
Correct.
Power Shot.
Correct. Squirrel.
Shit, what's the name of it? Is it Venomous Bite?
No, I'm sorry. That is not a correct answer. Dubs.
Deal 2 damage. So we got. The Elemental Phoenix. I can't remember the exact name.
5 seconds.
I don't know. It's the Phoenix, the elemental bird. I don't know. I can't remember the name.
All right. Bob on you. Change as many as you can.
Okay, so Explosive Shot.
Correct.
Arcane Shot.
Correct.
Fire Plume Phoenix.
Oh,
Correct.
that's what it is.
Fuck, any other ones? Grievous Bite.
Correct.
A lot of hunter cards. Flame Geyser.
Correct. Wait, Flame Geyser. I'm looking at that.
That's what it's called.
For sure.
Yep. I may have.
Oh, the one that makes it 1/2. Yes, correct.
Yeah. Man, I know I've got some that you didn't even think of.
No, I was on there. I was just looking for it. Sorry.
Do 2 damage. 2 damage.
5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Lightning Storm.
Incorrect. That has 2 to 3 damage.
But it says deal 2 damage there, right?
We missed Living Roots, Keeper of the Grove, Brave Archer, Explosive Trap, Arcane Blast, Flame Waker.
I said Arcane Blast.
You said you did. Oh, okay.
He did.
You did. But we'll give you a cut there. Let's see. Where was that? Oh, Blizzard, Flame Leviathan, Scarlet Purifier, Eviscerate, Jade Shuriken, Backstab, Headcrack, SI7 Agent, Dark Iron Skulker, Fork Lightning, Lava Shock, Charged Hammer, Rumbling Elemental, Demon Fire, Bane of Doom, Demon Wrath, Fell Cannon, Slam, Axe Flinger, Leopard Gnome, Explosive Sheep, Ship's Cannon, Backstreet Lever, Demolisher, Disciple of Cthulhu, Fell Urk Soul Fiend, Abomination, Corrupted Seer, Baron Geddon, Primordial Drake, Stormpike Commando, Cleave, Drain Life, Holy Nova, Consecration.
It's a lot.
Jeez,
That's
I
a
feel
lot.
dumb right now.
I know, me too.
Okay, so coming into Final Jeopardy, we have Bob surging ahead with
Yes.
Bob surging ahead with 27. Dubs slightly behind with with 270. Dubs slightly behind with 140, and Squirrel also with 140.
Slightly behind. Yeah, right.
All right.
Fuck you guys.
So let's go into Final Jeopardy. So we're gonna set the minimum bid for this round at 130.
So all of our points.
Is this
Yeah,
a good
I'm
time
all
to
in.
mention that I don't know how Jeopardy
All right.
works?
So Sid Squirrel is. I don't know. Let's figure this out diplomatic. Squirrel, you're the first behind. You get to pick from one of two categories. The categories are either Raid Night or United Nations.
Raid night.
Raid Night. Okay. So go ahead and place your bids now.
How
Minimum
does this
130. So you bid some of your points. If you get it right, you get the points. If you get it wrong, you lose the points.
Oh.
So you're gonna write your answer down on the paper now. And the minimum bid is 130. So you could in theory lose this.
Right. So what do I write down? How much I bid?
Yeah.
Yeah, write down how much you bid now.
130 to 270 is what you can bid.
Yeah, you can bid all your points. You can't bid more than you have.
So you say raid nights. What do we have to do exactly?
Well, that's the name of the category. I haven't given you the question
Oh,
yet.
okay.
So Squirrel is all in. So all 140 are at stake.
This is me in the
I
middle.
bid.
And then
I
the
bid
140. Okay, cool.
130 for me.
So this is actually going to determine the winner. Or, worst case, if it's tie, I have a second. We can do the other Final Jeopardy question. All right. Raid Night. There have been many raid bosses represented in Hearthstone, but this Wrath of the Lich King raid is all of them represented as legendaries.
So you're asking for a WoW raid?
The name of the WoW raid. I'm looking for the name of the WoW raid.
Okay.
Oh man.
It could be from any set.
And he said this is wild, so yes. This is wild trivia.
Okay, I gotta think.
Give you guys a minute.
Know what the fuck was in Wrath of the Lich King?
Wait, it has to be in Wrath of the Lich King?
That is the hint. It is a Wrath of the Lich King raid.
You talking about legendary cards that are already in Hearthstone?
Yes.
Oh, that changed it. Whatever. I wrote mine down. I can't think of all the different raids.
Okay. Give you guys another 20 seconds. So you'll just hold up your answer to the screen when I call your name, okay?
Okay, I'll write it in big.
Write it big.
Um,
10 more seconds. All right, and time is up.
all right.
So there have been many raid bosses represented in Hearthstone, but this one, Wrath of the Lich King dungeon has all of them represented as legendaries. Let's go to Bobson. Next Ramus.
That's
No,
a
I'm
vanilla
sorry.
one, bro.
I'm sorry. That is a vanilla.
I don't fucking know.
That is a vanilla raid.
I don't play well, man.
So that will be minus 130 is bringing you to 140. Squirrel. Ulduar. there are a lot of bosses from Ulduar in there. Unfortunately, not all of them are represented. The ones I can think of off the top of my head, Flame Leviathan is representative, and Yogg Saron is represented, and I think General General Volage or whatever is represented.
That was a fun raid, though.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite raid. So that's so unfortunately that will be take the squirrel down to 0 dubs.
Oh man, I'm
to save the day. Here it is.
That's right.
Ice Crown Citadel. No, unfortunately that is incorrect.
That was it. Oh, I thought you said
Yes, still win.
That is incorrect. So bringing you to 0. The correct answer was Trial of the Crusader. The cards and the cards
That was a
represented by
raid?
that are, yes, it was, believe it or not, Gormok the Impaler, Dreadscale and Acid Maw, Ice Howl, Lord Jaraxxus, Fiora Lightbane and Adis Darkbane, and Nubarak.
I thought Trial.
Well done, Bobson.
was
Well
something else.
done.
Yeah, good job.
And well done. The trivia. Bobson takes it with the trivia hat. Well done. We have a fantastic prize for you today, Bob. It is a lifetime supply of nothing. Wait, hang on a second.
Yes.
Terribly sorry.
Such a good host.
Breaking news, Bob. I'm sorry. We've lost your prize.
Oh man.
Just looking forward. You guys suck.
But good playing. Good playing for you. Good job, everyone. Well played.
That was fun.
It just shows you how much you can actually nerd out Hearthstone when you have to come up with all these questions.
Yes, and it also shows you how much you think you know and then can't come up with off the top of your head.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this and think that we know nothing, yes, that's probably right.
Can't believe we
don't
missed
know very
Backstab.
much about this game.
Backstab's an important card. We just didn't even think about it.
Yeah, Backstab.
SI.
We missed Ultra Sore.
Well, listen, we're way over time, so I'd like to thank our special guest Adam for coming on once again and giving us an awesome segment to really have a fun-filled week. I want to thank my other co-hosts here for doing a great job as always, and I want to thank everyone who's actually made it to the end of this show / podcast.
We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Please write us at aroundthehearthpodcast@gmail.com. Like us and subscribe to us on iTunes. 5-star reviews are always fantastic.
Please.
Please. And submit cards of the week ideas. And yeah, I hope you have a great week in Hearthstone, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Peace
Bye, guys.
out.
Bye, everybody.